It's time now for the Muletrain News Program on this Thursday, May the 7th, 2020. Brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Well, we're so sad to report that our good friend Nancy Berriard passed away on Friday, May the 1st. She was such a sweet and loving, caring, and smart lady. And Mom and my sympathy goes out so much to Tony and her two daughters, Bailey and Casey, and their whole families. She was born June the 2nd, 1958, in Alice, Texas, to Harold Allen and Ann Babcock Beam Sr. She married Tony Berriard at the First Methodist Church in Vernon on March the 20th, 1977, and they were happily married for 43 years. A memorial service will take place at a later date. Nancy grew up in Vernon, along with her three brothers, Roger, Alan, and Willie. She started her teaching career after graduating from Midwestern State University. Nancy taught in Vernon. Then she and her family moved to Muleshoe in 1986. She was passionate about helping her students and tutoring those who needed it. For 28 years, Nancy taught Spanish and English before retiring from the Muleshoe Independent School District in May of 2019. She was also a Teacher of the Year. She was passionate about her Lord and her Sunday school class, the Seekers, at the First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe, where she was a member. The loves of her life were her husband, Tony, their daughters, Bailey and Casey, as well as her granddaughter, Sophia, and grandsons, Jack and Colin. Nancy is preceded in death by her parents, Harold and Ann Beam. She is survived by her husband, Tony, two daughters, Bailey Black and her husband, Landon of Lubbock, Casey Contreras and her husband, Ernest of Lubbock, her three precious grandchildren, Sophia, Jack, and Colin, her three brothers, Roger Beam and his wife, Rochelle, Willie Beam and his fiancée, Jamie, and Alan Beam and her sister-in-law, Rebecca Wagner, and her husband, Dow, Kathy Height and her husband, Joe, numerous nieces and nephews, as well as many close girlfriends whom she calls her sisters. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Women Removing Barriers Sanctuary, P.O. Box 485, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. Online condolences can be made at www.ellisfuneralhomes.com. I had Nancy for many years in high school as my Sunday school teacher at the Methodist Church here, and she was a gifted and excellent and very, very intelligent teacher and did a wonderful job teaching us the Bible through our high school years while I was growing up in the Methodist Church. And repeating, Nancy Elizabeth Beam Berriard, 61 of Muleshoe, passed away on Friday, May the 1st here in Muleshoe. A memorial service will take place at a later date. Please keep the Berriard family in your prayer list today. Margarita Contreras Posadas, 85 of Muleshoe, died on Monday, May the 4th in Lubbock. She was born June 9th, 1934 in Mercedes, Texas, to Ysidro and Maria Cantu Contreras. She married Alfonso Posadas in Mercedes on May the 22nd, 1955. She was a member of the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church and is preceded in death by her parents, a sister, Ventura Acosta, and one son. Margarita is survived by her husband, Alfonso, her two sons, Hector Posadas and wife, Lucy of Muleshoe, Robert Posadas and his wife, Agnes of Canyon, her 8 daughters, Victoria Morales and her husband, Rosendo of Missouri City, Janie Posadas of Muleshoe, Esmeralda de Lau and her husband, Jose Lewis of Canyon, Isabel Posadas of Houston, Sylvia Guerra of Houston, Elizabeth Mata and her husband, Mark of San Angelo, Margarita Mata and her husband, Miguel of Bastrop, Raquel Curvin and her husband, Rashad of Muleshoe, 2 brothers, Jose Contreras and Jose Contreras of Mercedes, and Modesto Contreras of Coachella, California. 33 grandchildren and 22 great-grandchildren all survived Margarita Posadas. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Please keep the family of Margarita Contreras Posadas on your prayer list today. Well, we were saddened to be informed Sunday afternoon by our county attorney, Jackie Claiborne, that the Department of State Health Services had informed them that the first positive test cases of COVID-19 were found in Bailey County. The press release says, while limited information is available at this time, we can tell you that Muleshoe Area Medical Center has conducted 3 positive tests, all related to workers at Track Dairy located east of Muleshoe along Highway 84. Of those 3, 2 are Bailey County residents. For privacy reasons, we are unable to release the names of the individuals who tested positive. Track Dairy is cooperating fully with state and local officials to track down and isolate anyone who might have been exposed. If you believe you may have been exposed to any of these individuals or have recently worked at or visited Track Dairy, we ask that you call your local health provider to determine if you meet the qualifications to get tested. At this time, we have no reason to believe that we are experiencing a large outbreak in Muleshoe or Bailey County, but in line with our responsibilities to do everything possible to protect the citizens of Muleshoe and Bailey County, we want to make sure that anyone who feels they need to be tested and meets the qualifications to be tested has the opportunity to do so. Then Jackie also informed us on Monday or Tuesday evening about a mobile test collection that will be here in Muleshoe on May the 11th. And May the 11th would be next Monday. And it will be from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. It will be a drive-through situation. You'll be screened to see if you have fever and or chills, cough, dry or productive, fatigue, body aches, muscle or joint pain, shortness of breath, sore throat, headaches, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, nasal congestion, loss of taste and or smell. To register for this free mobile test collection for the COVID-19, you can visit text txcovidtest.org. That's txcovidtest.org, or call 512-883-2400. Tests are conducted by appointment only, and that's provided by the Texas Health and Human Services Department along with several other departments, and it will be available here in Muleshoe Monday, May the 11th, 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. at the Bailey County Coliseum. You can see the flyer on your screen now in the Muletrain or the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, and we've also shared that on all our social media platforms, Facebook and Twitter. The retirement celebration honoring Leanne Gallman, who retired at the end of April, is scheduled for this afternoon, Thursday, May the 7th, from 2 until 4 p.m. at the City of Muleshoe Training Facility, 303 South Main Street here in Muleshoe. And if you feel like you are unable to attend, that's understandable. The reception, but they would ask that you send Leanne a card, note, or memory that will be placed in a memory book for Leanne. Mail it to the City of Muleshoe. Attention, Zana Carpenter, 215 South 1st Street, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. And congratulations on your retirement to Leanne Gallman as she successfully served for many, many decades at the City of Muleshoe. Sad to report that the election from last Saturday, the hospital bond, 2 propositions both failed. They were very narrowly defeated, but for Proposition A on the hospital bond, 4 was 229 against 271. Proposition B, 4 was 238 against was 269. In the Muleshoe ISD District 2 race for the trustee for the school, Curtis Preston, the incumbent, defeated Corey Contreras 21 votes to 15 votes. And then the Muleshoe special election to reauthorize the local sales and use tax of continuing providing revenue for maintenance and repair of municipal streets passed 4-236 against 69. And our election returns here on MuleshoeTV.com. Gil-Am Advertising brought to you by Randall Field CPA, Barrett Potato Farms, Burton Service Center, Dell Oil Company, Hereford Feed Ingredients, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Precure Electric, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, and AIM Bank. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. This edition is brought to you by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. In an effort to keep up with the latest fraud protection available, First Bank of Muleshoe's My Mobile Money app has been replaced with Secure Lock Equipped. Secure Lock Equip is very similar to My Mobile Money, as it is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands, and it's available to all participating card holders. It empowers First Bank's customers to prevent fraud if your card is lost or stolen simply by turning your card off from your phone. Control spending by setting limits on withdrawals or transactions. Customize spending ability of online, mobile, or in-store purchases. Set alert notifications for each time a transaction is made. Block international or out-of-area transactions as well. Download the Secure Lock Equip app from Google Play for Android phones or at the App Store for iPhones. Follow the steps to connect to your First Bank of Muleshoe debit cards. If you need more information or help, you can call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515. Check them out online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank Secure Lock Equip, available now for Android or iPhone through the Google Play Store or the App Store. The First Bank is member FDIC.
Leal's is the best Mexican food I've ever eaten in my life, and I've been alive for 10 years now. Hi, I'm Isla Reynolds, and I enjoy the phenomenal bean burritos, rice and beans and chips, and seasoning salt. I've been around and eaten lots of Mexican food in 10 years, and Leal's is the best, for sure, with the original being located at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas since 1957.
It's time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy. They still have their drive-through and delivery or mailing options available, open 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. Call 806-272-7511, or you can text them as well, 254-271-8605. They remind you they have daily specials posted on their Facebook page. Free gift with any Mother's Day or graduation gift that you purchase now, which you can easily do through drive-through or delivery. They have some great gift ideas for your mom or also the class of 2020 graduate, like print photos, jewelry, graduation cards, Sackroot collection, Capri Blue Fit-Flop sandals, essential oils, Viva Consuela bags, and they want to wish the MHS and all our surrounding class members of the class of 2020 the best of luck in your future endeavors. From K&K Pharmacy, drive-through, delivery, or mailing options now available at 9 a.m. through 6 p.m., 1411 West American Boulevard here in Muleshoe. Well, our rain was very, very down for the month of April. At the Muleshoe Mesonet Station, we only got 21/100ths of an inch of rain. The Earth Mesonet Station, which is right next to Tolk Plant, only got 9/100ths of an inch of rain. So a very, very dry April. Remember, the burn ban is in effect for the entire Bailey County. Looking at our forecast for today on Thursday, mostly sunny, high near 95 degrees, south winds 15 to 20 miles per hour, becoming west in the afternoon hours. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles per hour, so it's going to be very windy out there today. Thursday night, mostly clear, low around 46, windy conditions as well, with a west-northwest wind 10 to 20 miles per hour, becoming north-northeast 20 to 30 miles per hour. Winds could gust as high as 40 miles per hour. Sunny, high near 67 for Friday, so much cooler as that front moves through. Day on Friday, windy conditions will remain with us, though. North-northeast winds 25 to 30 miles per hour, gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 38, so we're going to get back into some cold, cooler evening and night temperatures with that front that moves through. East-southeast winds Friday night, 15 to 20 miles per hour, decreasing after midnight. Saturday, sunny, high near 76 degrees, south winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Saturday night, mostly clear, low around 43. South-southeast winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunny on Sunday, high near 80 degrees, south-southeast winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday night, mostly clear, mostly cloudy, low around 50. Monday, partly sunny, high near 81 degrees. Monday night, a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, mostly cloudy, low around 49. Then Tuesday during the day, mostly sunny, high near 81. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. Always join us on Sundays as we do a delayed broadcast on our website, muleshoetv.com, of the entire services from the First Methodist, Calvary Baptist, and then do a live stream at 11 a.m. of the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe. Then you can watch their service later as well if you miss it live at 11 a.m. But this Sunday, Stacy Connor did a very good, informative interview with Dr. Bruce Purdy about the plans at the church to reopen the church and what Dr. Purdy's thoughts are on the COVID-19 virus pandemic that is going on here in our world right now. And so we want to play the audio from that little talk that Stacy gave at the first about reopening the services up at the First Baptist Church, and then his interview with Dr. Bruce Purdy. Now listen.
Good morning and welcome to the services of First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, Texas. Today we are celebrating God's love for us like a shepherd loves his sheep. And I ask you to join me now as we will have our opening prayer. Lord, you are the God who looks after us like a shepherd. Lord, we ask that you be with us in our needs. We're like sheep who've gone astray. We've not heeded your voice, and we wanted to follow our own paths instead of yours. Lord, we have acted as if our salvation lies in our own busyness. Lord, help us to be dependent upon you and not ourselves. Help us resist the urge, Lord, to want to go it alone. Lord, forgive us of rejecting your care and your love and your guidance. Lord, forgive us of our need to do it ourselves and to separate from the flock. Forgive us for doubting your presence in times of trouble. Lord, in the face of unseeming and unrelenting evil, we ask that you lead us back to your paths for your name's sake. Lord, bless all who are with us today. And whatever the circumstances of their lives, draw us in like sheep who hear your voice and come home. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We are delighted that you have joined with us today. On Monday, the governor of Texas issued a new executive order concerning opening of business and gatherings across the state. Many of you have called asking, when will First Baptist Church be gathering again? We're going to begin gathering on Sunday, May the 17th. We're going to have two services. We'll have a 9 o'clock service for those age 60 and above and anyone with an underlying medical condition. There'll be deacons here to help you in the sanctuary as well as the fellowship hall. We'll have another service at 11 a.m. on that Sunday morning, and we'll do that for as long as time needs. I want to let you know that the sanctuary and the fellowship hall will be thoroughly disinfected before the service, between the service, as and after the services. We're going to try to create as safe an environment as we can. But if May the 17th arrives and you decide I still not, with my respiratory condition or my diabetes, I'm not ready to get out yet, I want you to know we'll still be live streaming at 11 o'clock every Sunday morning. So whatever meets your needs, worshiping with us at 9, at 11, or online, we want you to know that you are welcome in the life of First Baptist Church. It's our privilege this morning to have Dr. Bruce Purdy join with us. Dr. Purdy has been caring for the people of this community for over 40 years, and we're going to have a conversation about rejoining church together and those type of things. But first of all, Bruce, thanks for being here. And I want to ask you a couple of medical questions first.
Okay.
I know this has been addressed nationally and on the state news, but if a person in Muleshoe were to begin feeling bad, what symptoms do they need to look for regarding this COVID-19, and what steps should they take in seeking treatment?
Unfortunately, the COVID-19 symptoms can be anything from nothing to major symptoms of difficulty breathing. The two most common issues we see are cold viruses and influenza virus, which we see on an annual basis. COVID-19 virus has similar symptoms. Fever, cough, difficulty breathing, headache, sore throat. There's two symptoms that COVID-19 virus has that the others don't, and that is acute loss and perceptible loss of your taste and your smell. And this we don't see with the others near so often, but it's a marker for people who have that. What you should do when you're ill is you should stay home. There's no treatment for any of the viruses. There's medicines that help with the symptoms. There are medicines with influenza that don't prolong the illness. They cut the illness short, but nothing cures it. In COVID-19, right now we have nothing. We have a lot of experiments going on. There's lots of rumors about what medicines will work and what medicines will not work. But right now, the best thing to do is stay home unless you get extremely ill. If you get extremely ill, you need to notify your care provider, physician, nurse practitioner, what have you, and get directions on who to call and where to go to get tested.
Okay. So if you feel ill, you should not walk into the emergency room.
Sometimes if you feel severely ill, if you don't have a choice, you can go to the emergency room. If they're going to screen you at the hospital and direct you where you need to go. Okay. It is anytime you walk into a place of business, a hospital or a clinic, you expose other people to your illness. And if you don't know, you need to find out, and the way you find out is by contacting health department officials. They'll tell you where to get tested and what to do next.
Okay, so a phone call is a better place to start.
A phone call is a better thing to do.
Okay, all right. Bruce, I want to talk about masks. There's a lot of confusing information about masks. Do they work? Do they not work? Are they for other people? Are they for us? What's your opinion in the research that you're reading about wearing a mask? By the way, I want to let everybody know that Bruce and I are 6 feet apart as we're talking.
There's an angle here. Wearing masks when the COVID virus first infected everyone was saying you do not need to wear a mask. It doesn't protect you. Well, there's some retrospective studies that have suggested that you very well may need to wear a mask. And it's not for just everybody else, it's for you and everybody else. The study I read had two people. There was one person without disease who was healthy, and there was one person who had COVID-19 virus. And if you were in a room alone with a healthy person with the COVID-19 virus person, and neither one of you had on a mask, your risk of getting an infection transfer is about 70%. If you put the mask on the person who doesn't have the virus, the infection rate is 55%. If you put both people in a mask, the infection rate drops to 1.5%. Amazing numbers. And then if you just cover the person who is ill, you still have somewhere in the middle between 70 and 55%, or 55 and 1.5%.
Okay.
But those are interesting numbers, which tells me, yes, they protect you and they protect everybody else.
Well, Bruce, we have these masks that have been provided to us here at the church. They have an insert for a HEPA filter, and we have ordered HEPA filters that should be here before May the 17th. But we're going to provide these for anybody at the church that would feel comfortable, would be more comfortable wearing these, and they'll be available during our services, and they can, of course, take them home and that sort of thing.
I would recommend that everybody wear a mask during the service. More particularly people who have some chronic illnesses such as lung disease and especially diabetes. The older people or have decreased immune systems should all wear a mask in my opinion. And not just the mask. The social distancing is very important. The 6 feet apart, taking care of yourself, washing your hands. Another thing is a church is a place for religious understanding, and it is also a place for social gathering. We have to put that on the back burner for now. Don't be shaking hands. Don't be hugging people. And it's not just, well, it's okay if I hug you. That's not okay at all. If someone goes to hug you or says, it's okay, I'm fine, you back up, because this virus is deadly, and sometimes the smallest encounter can be the worst problem you can do.
Bruce, I did a funeral yesterday. We did the 10 people in the family. There were 11 there, including the funeral directors. But I counted the places in which people were from. They were from Lubbock, Andrews, Abilene, Austin, Dickens, Guthrie, and Matador. When the service was over, people came up to me and said, I know we're not supposed to do this, but I have to give you a hug. Puts me in a real spot. So how can I be polite and say, well, thanks, but no thanks?
Well, politeness is out the window.
Okay.
And if they don't understand, you need to find another friend.
Okay. Okay. Well, Bruce, let me ask you some questions about coming to church on the 17th. I'm 77 years old. I'm tired of staying in the house. And my wife is tired of me being in the house. Is it okay for us to go to a restaurant that's practicing physical distance? And should we be worried about coming to the worship service on May the 17th?
Two questions. One about going to the restaurant to get your sanity back. The governor just opened up restaurants throughout the state of Texas at 25% occupancy. 25% occupancy may be okay, and it may not be okay at all. When people go to a restaurant, they're usually going to have a good meal, and they're going there to socialize with either family or with friends who are also at the restaurant. That's got to be out the door. We cannot do that. You should wear a mask except when you're eating. You should minimize the handshaking and the hugs again in the restaurant, because you're going to do that. Social distancing is a mitigation effort that helps. It has helped us so far. But we're a long ways out of the woods.
Okay.
As far as coming to church, again, we are going to practice social distancing in the church by separating people. We're going to ask people if they're okay to wear masks. If they don't wear masks, social distancing is even more important. And again, if you have a chronic medical illness, especially lung disease, chronic lung disease, asthma, or if you have diabetes, for some reason the coronavirus doesn't like diabetes, and people become extremely ill from that.
Okay. Let me ask you one other question. The governor closed schools until the end of the year, but when it came to churches, he said it's up to the individual church as to how their children interact. You've advised our deacons and our leadership not to have children's Sunday school for a period of time. What's your thinking behind that?
Well, we all want to protect our children most of all. And they are the most vulnerable to ignore social interactions. They're children. And so my recommendation is, as is most people's recommendations, is that you don't have the schooling type deal, whether it's in a public school or in a Christian school. That these things, you need to wait for a while. The learning can occur at home. And so that's my feeling about it. The disease attacks everyone. It's indiscriminate. And if we're not careful with our children, we're going to have some really sad times in our life.
Okay. So you feel like we're okay on the 17th gathering as family units together here in the sanctuary, in the fellowship hall, but not having
I think that's happening at home already. So yes, but from one family to the other, I would say you need to try to do the social distancing.
Okay. Okay. Bruce, I continue to hear this all the time, and I fell into this. I thought when this started, they were going to call us in about 6 weeks and say, it's all okay. You can go back to your normal lifestyle and your normal way of doing church. I don't think that's going to happen for a long time. Can you give me your impressions of what normal is going to look like?
Well, we're not going to have the normal we had 6 months ago. That's gone. It is never going to return. We will adapt at the new normal, whatever that turns out to be. Ask anyone who was in the Great Depression if they were the same as they were before the Depression started afterwards. And the answer is almost 100% no. We're different. We do things differently, and that's what we're going to do. Social greeting may change forever because who knows when the next coronavirus is out there. We don't know how long this is going to last. We do not know if you can get reinfected, say, a year from now. Most viral illnesses give you some immunity for a while. There are some viral illnesses you have permanent immunity, like measles or mumps or chickenpox. The COVID virus, we don't know yet. We don't know if you can get it again. We don't know if you have how much protection that you do have. They're working on it. The scientists and the physicians are working to try to get that discerned, plus a medicine to treat and vaccinations to prevent.
Bruce, thank you. You've been an invaluable asset to the deacons, to me. And at this point in the interview, I would normally shake your hand, but I'm not looking for any new friends. So we're going to stay friends, and we're not going to shake hands. But Bruce, thank you for your time and all the time you've given to the church over these last 6 weeks.
You're very welcome.
God bless you, and thank you.
Well, Kim Chafin, the coach at Muleshoe High School, the girls' head basketball coach, announces that they have scheduled a drive-through athletic banquet. It will be Friday, May 15th at 7 p.m. They will organize the banquet to begin in the bus lane at the northeast side of high school. They will have workers setting up cones around the back of the high school like they do for the football games at 6:30, and to ensure that we keep one-way traffic. Only workers and administration will be allowed to be in the parking lot of the gym. I will be there to film, and we'll produce a video quickly thereafter and put it up for all the public to see, so there should be no bystanders. They're encouraging kids to decorate their vehicles if they would like to do so. The underclassmen are asked to begin lining up in their vehicles in front of the high school. At 6:30 p.m., they will pull through the bus lane and will be handed awards and recognized at the stop sign while staying in the vehicle. At close to 8 p.m. as possible, they will begin to honor the seniors as they go through the bus lane. They will pull through the entryway by the northwest corner of the high school so that they will be recognized in their vehicles with the football stadium lights in the background to continue their celebration of the class of 2020. And again, that is Friday, May the 15th, beginning at 7 p.m. So look for that video to come up later on in the month of May. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. Since 1925, AIM Bank is proud to be one of the largest locally owned and operated banks in West Texas. Our expert bankers have an in-depth understanding of the local economy, and we are proud to provide our customers with quick local loan decisions. At AIM Bank, we know that strong local partnerships are crucial for growth and success. Investing in you has been our focus from day one. We provide the latest in technology for your online and mobile banking with features like mobile check deposit. At AIM Bank, we care about your accounts as much as you do, so we pride ourselves on real personal attention because we are also your neighbor. We invite you to come in and experience the real personal attention AIM Bank has to offer. We want to know you because we live, work, and raise our families right here in Muleshoe too. AIM Bank is committed to making a difference in the communities we serve. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And now a message from Dr. Burke at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center.
Hi, this is Dr. Burke, and I want to let you know that now is not the time to stop taking care of your health.
If you have a chronic illness, need your blood pressure checked, or need a prescription renewed, have any health concerns, please call the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe. We have taken special precautions at our clinic to make it your safe space. And because of these precautions, the clinic is more likely safer than any place else you may go.
So please don't hesitate to call us for any of your healthcare needs.
And you can call the Medical Clinic of Muleshoe, 806-272-7544. Well, we're going to run our senior spotlights all through the month of May and probably into June, as that will highlight members of the Muleshoe High School class of 2020. We'll have also them pictured on our screen, muleshoetv.com, on the front page here in a couple of days individually as well, so look for that coming up shortly. Our first senior in the graduating class of Muleshoe High School of 2020 is Aaron Vinzor. He is the son of Mr. and Mrs. Anselmo Vinzor. He participated in many school organizations and activities during his 4 years at Muleshoe High School, which include band, choir, all 4 years in FFA. He was in art his freshman year, one-act play, DECA, Ballet Folklorico. He was in the Spanish Club, National Honor Society, all 4 years at MHS, SCAC his last 3 years, the Science Fair. He participated in robotics as well, athletics all 4 years, UIL academics all 4 years at high school. He was on the annual yearbook staff, on Science National Honor Society, cheerleading, speech debate team, and FCCLA. Boy, he was a busy guy during his years at Muleshoe High School. He was on the honor roll all 4 years at Muleshoe High School as well. His future plans are to attend South Plains College and receive his AAS in welding technology. After finishing there at South Plains College in Levelland, he plans to work in the oil fields. When Aaron was asked, how has the COVID-19 affected your senior year, he said, it has affected my senior year by not allowing me to finish track season and spend the last few months with my classmates, which we greatly hate that for Aaron and all of his classmates. But congratulations to Aaron Vinzor, the first member in our spotlight of the Muleshoe High School class of 2020. The next one is Adriana Elizabeth Mora, the daughter of Jose and Laura Mora. During MHS, she has been in the National Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, speech and debate, all 4 years, SCAC for 3 years, one-act play all 4 years, which she was excellent in. She participated in basketball for 2 years, golf all 4 years, along with tennis, and sports manager for 2 years. She's been in the band, choir, FFA, participated in the art programs at high school, one-act play, DECA, Ballet Folklorica, Spanish Club, National Honor Society, SCAC, participated in the Science Fair and robotics, athletics, UIL academics, been on the annual yearbook staff in the Science NHS, cheerleading, and participated on the speech and debate teams. She is a certified nurse assistant, so congratulations on that to Adriana Mora. She plans to attend the University of Oklahoma in the fall and pursue a degree in nursing, and good luck with that. COVID-19 greatly affected my senior year, Adriana says, but overall taught me some very valuable life lessons. Due to COVID-19, I was not able to live out some of my very last high school memories. Though the virus derailed my plans, it has taught me to cherish the small moments that I took for granted, like simply going to school. It has also taught me that life is about the journey and not the destination. COVID-19 might have taken my last semester of high school, but it can never take away the last 4 years and all my amazing memories at Muleshoe High School. So a good outlook on what's happening by Adriana Mora, one of the members of the Muleshoe High School class of 2020. The next one is Andrew Gamboa. His parent is Patricia Gamboa, his mom. During his 4 years at Muleshoe High School, he's been a member of the band, choir for all 4 years, FFA, in the art programs, one-act play, DECA, Ballet Folklorico, the Spanish Club, National Honor Society, Student Community Action Club, Science Fair, robotics, athletics, UIL academics. He's been on the annual yearbook staff in Science National Honor Society, cheerleading, speech, debate team, and FCCLA. That's Andrew Gamboa. For his future plans, he plans on doing an online college courses. In reference to the COVID-19, Andrew Gamboa says, COVID-19 has affected my senior year a lot for people who aren't good or understanding of a subject and have to do it by yourself and get a bad grade for it. It's hard, and people who understand stuff physically and have face-to-face conversation about it, it was probably harder for them also because working on paper is easier to do. Also affected me by not having a job, and being put on standby was really a hard situation during all this and hard to handle. Also didn't affect me much because I got to spend time with people I care about. And that's Andrew Gamboa, another member of the MHS class of 2020. Anita Marisol Flores is our next spotlight, who is the daughter of Lorena Flores and Hector Flores. She is a senior representative of SCAC Club. She has participated in band, National Honor Society, choir, Science National Honor Society, FFA, as we mentioned, SCAC for 2 years, cheerleading, art for all 4 years, been a participant in the science fair, 2 years of speech, and been on the debate team for 1 year, robotics, one-act play, been a member of the DECA Club, athletics, FCCLA for 3 years, ballet folklorico, UL academics team member for 4 years, annual and yearbook staff as well, and a member of the Spanish Club. Anita plans on, when she gets out of high school, when she graduates, to attend South Plains College for 2 semesters. She has been a 3-year all-district champion for news writing journalism, 2 years on a regional qualifier for news writing, and an academic achievement honor row for all 4 years at Muleshoe High School. She's a Lions Club scholarship champion for 2 years and Lions Scholarship state qualifier for the year of 2020. She enjoys singing in her church choir and volunteering at the Muleshoe Food Bank. As far as the pandemic, she says, the COVID-19 has forced me to look at the reality. I've discovered my faith all over again. I've remembered now nothing is guaranteed. We fear what we cannot control. Congratulations to Anita Marisol Flores, a member of the Muleshoe High School class of 2020. Miguel Martinez Jr. is our last senior spotlight for the class of 2020. The son of Marita and Miguel Martinez. During his years at high school, he has been a member of band, choir, FFA, art, one-act play, DECA, ballet folklorico, the Spanish Club, National Honor Society, SCAC, Science Fair, robotics, athletics, UIL academics. He's been on the annual yearbook staff, Science NHS, cheerleading, speech, and debate teams, and a member of the FCCLA, and he very much enjoys art. He plans on going into the military after he graduates from high school. So congratulations to Miguel Martinez Jr., a member of the MHS class of 2020, and we'll do 4 or 5 of those in all of our mule trains for the next month or so, spotlighting the class of 2020 here in Muleshoe, and you can see their pictures. I'll start those up here in a few days at muleshoetv.com. On our website, we'll share them on our Facebook pages, Gil Lamb and Channel 6 Muleshoe, and our Twitter feed. The Muleshoe High School All-School Reunion Committee has decided to move the reunion and postpone it to July the 4th, 2021, and the president of that committee is Johnny St. Clair, so they have postponed the all-school reunion from this year to next July 4th, 2021. As many things are here in Texas, things are beginning to open up, and the Bailey County Courthouse is open for business. They ask that you go into the courthouse through the south door. Is an entrance only, then you will need to sign in. The west door is exit only there at the Bailey County Courthouse. Well, make sure to stick around for the end of the Mule Train today as Bruce Barrett and Barrett Potato Farm, Spring Lake Potatoes, his family business, is featured in our Sound of Texas program with Tumbleweed Smith. And Tumbleweed was here in town 6-8 months ago and did a lot of interviews. So trickling out over the next few months, we should have lots of Muleshoe programs that come up. But Bruce Barrett Potato Farm, Spring Lake Potatoes, is featured in the Sound of Texas today at the end of our Muletrain Close, brought to you, of course, in every Muletrain by the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. Big happy birthday goes out to Viola Anzeldew, as she recently celebrated her birthday. And she's a resident of the Parkview Nursing Care Center. And also Janice Morrison recently celebrated her birthday as well. Of course, she works at the Oneida Wagner Senior Center. And don't forget, they're still doing drive-through and delivery meals every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 11:30 a.m. at the Senior Center. They ask that you drive through the back of the building there on the east side. We'll be filming, they're doing their deliveries there in the very near future, so look for that video coming up soon. Please keep on your prayer list today the family of Nancy Barrier. Remember the family of Margarita Posadas, the family of Linda Tarleton, the family of Sylvia Shelba Leva. Keep that family on your prayer list today. The family of Freddie Stewart needs to remain on your prayer list today. The family of Nani Taylor Bryant, and also the family of June Wagner. Please keep all these families that have recently lost a loved one on your prayer list today. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs on our website, MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Panhandle potatoes go north, east, and south. Details in a moment on the Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
The Barrett family left Idaho in a bobtail truck with a tractor and planter on it. They came to Texas to start a potato operation.
They could get the crop off earlier here in Texas, and that's exactly what they did when they came here. And they leased some land and then bought some land, and it was just it was a process.
Bruce Barrett grows potatoes in the sandy soil around Muleshoe.
Currently, we're mostly the red potatoes, but we also grow the yellows and some russets also. Whatever the customer wants is what we'll try to do. We plant 1st of March, and we usually start harvest middle to late June, and we try to finish middle to end of August.
Richard Barrett and his son Keith are involved with marketing.
We go up into the Midwest and back east, a lot to Florida, a lot to Texas. We haul them by field truck in here, and then we wash them and grade them, pack them. And a lot of times they're on the truck within a couple of hours of being received here at the shed. I'd say during our busy season, we have probably 100 employees here, and I would suspect Bruce has got, 70 probably or so. Probably. We still employ some ladies to grade the product by hand for a final inspection. We'll roll about 1,000 loads in a 2-month period. It kind of takes all hands on deck to get it done.
Most of the seed comes from northern areas. We have to find the right variety that fits this area.
They sell to food services that supply potatoes to stores and restaurants.
We're always looking at new varieties. We work with Texas A&M and the Extension Service for almost 30 years. They've had a test plot on our farm, and they come out and they look at new varieties. They look at different way of doing things. We go to conferences in Idaho and wherever, and there's not much potato equipment in this area, so we have to go to look at new things. What water we used 40 years ago to now, I'm probably growing the same amount with half as much water.
4 generations of the Barrett family are in the potato business.
It's unique, the way we're all set up, the way we all do different things to make it work.
Between all of us, we try to put out a good product.
The Barretts of Muleshoe. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the sound of Texas.